Welcome.
Welcome.
You are very welcome.
You are most welcome.
Welcome to the cult, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the fucking show.
How to use a fucking elephant. Oh my god, this is not good. There's spray right here. I'm getting you up. You get the other
There's
people
meat
up.
right next to you. There's meat right next to you on the
Yeah,
ground.
this is gonna. Then we're gonna rip out.
Everything
I'm
and
grabbing that
drop.
spray.
Grab all my guns and drop.
Yep.
Eat that steak.
Oh wait, where's the
Lyndon,
rift?
Alright.
Where's the rift?
Alright, do I got
Where's
other
the rift?
cards? Do I got other cards? Lyndon, there's more med spray right there.
Fuck.
And we're gonna
I've
rift
got
out
it.
of here. Okay. Grab all the guns, stuff you need. Don't rift yet, damn it!
What?
He already ripped it.
You said we're gonna rift out of here.
We're gonna
I've
rift
got
out
it.
of here. Okay. All right, I'm coming.
Oh.
I'm coming. I got the thing.
Oh, because I
I
should
was
have used my.
like, grab the weapons. I'm coming to you.
So remember all the advice we gave you?
Oh, I
You
just
took
watched
none of
Lyndon fall. I think I got both of them. I don't know. I had to run in the rift because somebody used the rift. I was like, get the guns, make sure we get the cards, and we'll rift. then I go in the rift and I just watch Lyndon fall from the sky.
We gave you 5 directions. They end in rift, and you'll hear, "Oh, rift."
That's what I heard. I was like, okay, rift. We're gonna rift. I was like, okay.
We're gonna
I've
rift
got
out
it.
of here, okay? Don't rift yet, damn it!
You idiot!
I just don't know. I
You guys are fucking retarded, you know that?
I would be crazy.
I thought I'd give you a few extras this morning at 3 a.m. Thanks for being here, legends. All right. What is today? Saturday, but Friday for you guys. That's why I call it What the Friday. And we have, what do we have? I think we're going to start with the Balenciaga stuff. I didn't tag it in the thing, but some of that fucking shit is unreal. And I'm like, I gotta bring it up. But I don't know if that will get me kicked off YouTube for bringing up the photos of those kids, mate. So anyway, I want to get into that. But first, I want to say, how you going, you dogs? Thank you very much. Yeah, dog. As I say it. Thank you, Skimitar, Ledge, Trey Courtney. How you going, mate? Fucking hello. Yeah, Fortnite is gay. But that's a good intro clip for me. Thanks. Friday, 5 o'clock, 8 a.m. Yeah, so we're all over the place. And I've got the Netherlands Ecuador games on the telly. It's 4 minutes 20 into the game. Trey, you know what's up. Don't show them. There are blurred versions. It's literally just a kid holding a fucking toy. So it shouldn't be anything. And it's covering news, which is what we're doing. So let's take a look. And see, there's stuff that Tim Pool put out that I don't think I can put up on YouTube. But it's kind of relates to what I'm going to talk about with Jank and all this shit that happened as well. It's kind of all intertwined. So we're gonna have to be careful about how we go into this. What's up, lovely Sherry? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of work around Netherlands Discord. Gonna have to work around how I cover this because I can't show that. Definitely can't show that. But then they've got people talking about how Jenk was talking about legalizing bestiality back in the day on TYT. It's okay. Let's start off. I'll move that one way over there so we don't touch it. So let's start off here. Let's start off here. That's a real clip. I know. I used to watch them. You and I, yeah. So here's the images in question. Balenciaga is promoting, you know what, and abuse of kids by making them hold these kind of bears, which is very strange. It's very strange. I'm not going to zoom in, but you can see, actually, I'll zoom in on the bears, but not the kids. So this is the kind of shit that they've got kids standing around with. That it's just weird, man. Like who from Balenciaga green lights a shoot like this? Because what they said was after it, which is what we can go, I think it was on this one. Balenciaga apologized Tuesday for an advertising campaign that featured young children posing with teddy bears that appeared to be dressed in BDSM costumes. Yep. Fame label suggested the images displayed in its name didn't have company approval and threatened legal action against any content creators behind the ad campaign. Now, we're going to go into what the photographer said, but let's just work on this statement right now. They suggested the images displayed in its name because there was Balenciaga pillows in the background and its name was plastered all over the place. They said it didn't have company approval. Okay, so you're telling me that the photographer who was hired by Balenciaga took the photos himself and dressed up the kids himself in that way, and then you're saying that they weren't approved. So he himself got someone at Balenciaga. Is this the conspiracy that they're trying to push? He got someone from Balenciaga to actually put these photos out on behalf of Balenciaga. This doesn't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense is Balenciaga got the photographer to do the shoot. They gave him the brief, told him what to shoot, got the kids to do all this, dressed them up weird as fuck. And then when the backlash came, they tried to pin it on the photographer and say it wasn't approved. This doesn't make sense that there was no company approval. How did the images come out? Was it just the photographer that leaked them then? That doesn't make any sense. What happened was that the photographer said this. Following the hundreds of hate mails, I think it's translated, so there's a couple of words off here and there with English, but I'll try and get it the best for you. Following the hundreds of hate mails and messages I received as a result of the photos I took for the Balenciaga campaign, I feel compelled to make this statement. I'm not in a position to comment on Balenciaga's choices. So he's saying it's their choices that they told him to shoot, which is what photographers do. They get the brief from the company, they shoot what they're told to shoot, and then they give it back to the company for them to put it out. That's why Balenciaga's statement is bullshit. But I must stress that I was not entitled in whatsoever manner either to choose the products, nor the models, nor the combination of either. Okay, I'll fix the English. So he said right there what I thought. He didn't choose the product, which is the BDSM bear, nor the models, which is the kids, nor the combination of both. So he just shot and photographed what Balenciaga told him to shoot. And now Balenciaga is trying to say it was an unapproved campaign, didn't have company approval, and threatened legal action against the creators behind the campaign. Whereas he's saying it was Balenciaga that told him what to shoot and who to shoot. Well, yeah, if you want to go that way as well, Scimitar, he can fuck off too, because if you're a photographer shooting that, you're not going to have... You didn't see any red flags? Are you serious? So the photographer, I know he's trying to backpedal because he's saying, hey, I didn't put the photos out. I was just told to take them. That's one step away from saying, hey, I was just shooting a you know what kind of film with these kids. I just shot it. I was told to make it. I'm not the one who put it out there. It's kind of, yeah, I guess I see where you come from. It's kind of almost the same. There was no red flags from him. Are you serious? Yeah, I was just following orders. Come on, man. But I'll agree with him that he didn't choose the models. Balenciaga chose them and told him to shoot whatever they wanted. I'll agree with that, but there was no red flags from him to be like, something doesn't seem right. I'm photographing kids holding bears that look like this, and it's all super fucking weird. Okay, doesn't make sense. He said, as a photographer, I was only and solely requested to light the given scene and take the shots according to my signature style. Now that doesn't actually sound good there either. They wanted his signature style. What is his signature style? I don't know what it is, but if his signature style is shooting kids with BDSM toys, I don't fucking want to know about it. But I did go onto this dude's site, and his signature style was like a bunch of people with guns and stuff hanging around. I guess I think I can have a look at that. I'll bring up on, I think I should have it on my history because I shut down the page, but I should have it here. So his style projects, Gabriel Galimberti, that's the dude. So this is his signature style, I guess. So he's got kids with a bunch of toys and stuff, and then he's got Americans with a bunch of guns. So his style, I guess, is having people stand there with a bunch of objects around them. Or animals, and I guess that's his style. Having people with a bunch of objects around, and that's what they wanted him to shoot. But then they told him the objects to do were kids and BDSM toys. Well, covered toys. What the fuck? Yeah, Doritos. So that's what he's talking about, his signature style. As usual for a commercial shooting, the direction of the campaign and the choice of the objects displayed are not in the hands of the photographer. He's trying to wipe his hands of it, saying it's not my choice. It was Balenciaga that told me or gave me the objects to shoot. I suspect that any person prone to that on the web has unfortunately too easy access to images completely different than mine. Yes and no. Absolutely explicit in their awful content. Mate, you're trying to... I don't know about this dude either. Accusations like these are addressed against the wrong targets. But you still took the photos. He still took the photos. So both of them can get in the bin. Yeah. Anyway. Distract from the real problem and criminals. You're only like half a step away, mate, I reckon. Also, I have no connection with the photo where a court document appears. That was one taken in another set by other people. Falsely associated. So that's something else, I guess. So that's addressing that there was something else. But still, not a fan of this dude either. If you look at all the other projects, it's all people, adults, looks like, mostly, because there was kids with toys, but it was just like normal toys. But this, strange, man. And let's have a look at what else it says. So another image in the same campaign appeared to show an excerpt from an 2008 Supreme Court case. So that's the one he's talking about that wasn't his, he just said. We apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously. Then why did you post it in the first place? Why would you post it in the first place? Including unapproved items. Well, who put them in the campaign then if they were unapproved? Who put them in the campaign then if they were unapproved? Who greenlit them? Who let them go through? That doesn't make sense. And then they posted a statement on the Instagram story. It's like, I guess Instagram is freaking, this is the new day and age of the internet where Instagram story has more reach than a press release. But then I also went onto their Instagram because I went onto that story, but I can't use it because I don't have Insta. And then I went onto their actual Instagram, and this is what it looks like. So they nuked everything. Look, 14.4 million followers. They don't let anyone follow them, and they've got no posts. They nuked their Insta. And apparently they nuked their Twitter as well. So this has been such a massive backlash that they've had to delete basically all their social media. And I guess they're only doing some Instagram stories, which I think they get deleted after a while. Where the fuck are the parents? That is an interesting question. Where are the parents of these kids? Well, these days, who knows? Parents take their kids to freaking drag shows that people say is okay. But there's pictures here from Tim Pool that I can't show you, but gives proof that what the hell are we doing? And now this kind of segues into what is... I'm going to keep showing that. Yeah, I got that one. So that's where he said he was drawing inspiration from, his Toy Story series. That's what I just showed you before. So he had kids sitting there with a bunch of toys, but now Balenciaga gave them kind of wrong toys. There it is. That one there. I mean, that's crazy that everything's gone from them. But now let me have a look. I don't know if I can show it, but let me just describe it to you. So there's a drag queen dude looking. Yeah, it's a dude. It's a dude because they've covered the lower area. Standing there with a girl while he's naked. And then we have like people like Jenk and from TYT and all that, who I used to watch, but coming out now and accusing everyone who is pointing to this stuff and bringing it up, calling them pedos. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's bring up this meltdown, this epic meltdown, and Tim Pool's response, because I think he called out Tim by name in this clip, talking about how the beanie makes him a pet. I'm like, what is wrong with you, mate? And then we're going to go into what he said on Hassan's Twitch yesterday. And I was like, very interesting. But let's bring up this strange clip. Look, he's been prone to go off about stuff for years. So that's why I used to watch, because he'd go off about stuff that I was like, okay, interesting. But now he's gone off the deep end.
And the right wing's like, yes, I love how they molest the little kids like that. Go get them, Boy Scouts. Go get them, priests. Please vote for our molesters and our pedophiles, Republicans say. Republicans, you're guilty, okay? And I'll tell you right now, the number one reason they constantly talk about pedophilia is because it's going through their heads. Nonstop, they're thinking about kids. I guarantee it. The reason Tim Pool wears a beanie is because he's trying to contain the pedophilia that's in his head. That's why he's always talking about it. He's seeing it everywhere. Why? Because he's projecting. And the right wing's like,
no. The reason we're seeing it everywhere is because it is everywhere, as I just showed you with that Balenciaga story. And it's not just that. It's the reason we're seeing it everywhere is because the amount of these drag shows, I can't even show the images, but here's what Tim Pool says. Oh my God, this is amazing. It's weird because I'm not a Catholic, conservative, or a Republican. See, they just want to label him all this shit because he's not a Democrat. They can't understand that independents oppose them too. Yep. Anyone who isn't in the cult is a Republican. I love you, buddy. Yeah. I think I understand what he wants to believe. He wants to believe that it's a projection. But it's not like Tim Pool is showing this stuff because he approves of it or likes it. It's, hey, this is sick shit that's happening on the left side. They're supposed to be progressive, but they're actually hurting kids. But these guys don't want to see that. They want to see that, oh, drag shows, there's nothing wrong with drag shows. And like when I worked at a place, they would have it was a drag bingo. But it was advertised as 18 plus, no kids allowed. So at least over here, when they do that stuff, they label it as adults only. But in America, it seems like you guys are going fucking crazy that you've got drag kids at Drag Queen Story Time going to the schools. You got drag whatever fucking time it's at bars, but parents take their kids. Like there's so many videos of this online. It's like, why do you think they're pointing it out? And everyone who's pointing it out is saying, hey, this is fucked up, not, hey, this is good. The ones that are saying this is good and we should be allowing this is the people that he is supposedly supporting, the left wing. These nut jobs. So I don't understand how him pointing it out is projecting that they actually want to do it. I think he's projecting. It's a fucking mind fuck. I fucking hate this guy. Yeah, he went off the TYT went off the deep end, man. Trying to make it a new trend. They are. We're not having it. I really want to show the picture, but I can't do it on YouTube. I can't do it on YouTube. It's a dude standing there naked next to a girl in a dress. How is this okay? And this guy's like, it's okay. It's not okay to bring it up because you're projecting and you actually want to. Is it sharing the tab? Yep. Okay, cool. I can't even. So Tim Paul's saying this is grooming and I can't even show it, but it's so fucked up. And then there's a picture of a book. I don't know. I might be able to show that. I don't know. And Tim's like, remember when they had kids reading porn and then claimed Republicans were just banning books? It's because what is shown in this is someone given, oral to someone else in a book for kids. And it's like, what are we doing? If you see this, that's the thing. Cenk sees this stuff from Tim because he talks about him constantly. But if you see these images that I'm looking at now that I can't show, how can you sit there and be like, they're trying to ban books in schools and Republicans are the worst? I'm like, I'm not arguing that there might be some shit everywhere on both sides. But if you look at this right here, how can you say that Tim Paul is projecting that and he's actually a pedo? This makes no sense in whatsoever, only in his mind. No, I'm not going to show it. But let's pull up let me see if I can play that clip. See if I can play that clip. Okay, let's play this one though. So this was years ago on TYT. Chrome it. That one? That one. Yep.
I have decided what that Boing Boing chick was doing. Mm-hmm. She was doing a jaywalking bestiality. Like, yeah, it might technically be a crime, but let's not waste the court's time on jaywalk.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
But here comes the controversial part, the part I shouldn't say. I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now why? Why did that happen?
I laughed at him too.
It's the dumbest thing I've said.
It really is the dumbest thing you said. But...
No, I'll tell you why. Because there's was the case that we covered where there was a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed?
You know that people who are, okay, look, not to be a downer about what you're saying, because what you're saying sounds kind of funny, but a lot of people who are being raped can actually have an orgasm. So if a guy is being raped, he can have an orgasm. You can't say, if you come, that means you wanted it. That's not the right.
Oh, wow. Smart take from Hannah fucking back in 2012.
Right way to go.
But number one, you're being an unbelievable downer.
I am, but that's the truth.
Number two, they're not both humans. Number three, if you really asked the horse, did you mind? The answer's got to be, no. Do you see what I'm saying? No.
This is such an awkward conversation.
It is. All
Yeah.
right.
That is so fucking dumb. And this is the guy that's like, Tim Pool's a fucking pedo. Come on, bro. What are you fucking talking about, mate? N-word, what? So then he went on to, so after that super duper rant about, you know, look, someone's put a whole fucking thread. That's from a whole thread. Oh my God. Oh, that's a bad one. That's what do you call that? Blaming the victim blaming. Talking about drinking and girls in college back in 2012. Oof, no good, not good, buddy. So after doing that massive song and dance about Tim being all this and that, he went on Hassan's Twitch yesterday, and because I saw Hassan, someone retweeted. I don't know who the fuck how Hassan shit came up on my Twitter, but he was live with Hassan on Twitch. He looks like a biggest bitch against, like, next to Hassan, because Hassan's got like 1 million fucking 1.5 or something, and then on Twitch he's got hundreds of, like, 100 and something thousand people watching. Cenk can never get 100,000 viewers on TYT, but his nephew, who said, don't forget, who said America deserved 9/11, and he had to go on TYT and walk that back. He went on to Twitch and then made himself a freaking super duper multi freaking millionaire. He sat on, Cenk went on his Twitch yesterday and was talking about, just going off about the same shit. Like, they're projecting, all these weirdos on the right want to talk about how they want to like kids. I'm like, what are you talking about? Can you stop lying to people? A British cigarette. I think I know what that means. But when you get shown evidence and you keep talking about a bullshit narrative, then that just shows that you're not actually listening. You're just talking at the other person. Because if Cenk was looking at all those images and all those videos that Alex Stein's put out, like when he goes to all these rallies and all these LGBT things and these drag shows, if you saw all that, wouldn't you be like, hey, these guys aren't actually projecting, or they don't actually like kids. They're showing that the left is insane, or anyone who's pushing this is insane, and they are actually interested in the kids, and we're trying to say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Can you stop doing this, please? But no, he goes on to Hassan's Twitch and he keeps talking about the same shit, and he looked like a fucking beta next to Hassan. It was fucking hilarious because Hassan just kept talking over him, and Cenk's like, oh, well, yeah, oh, no. While there's like 100 fucking thousand people watching. It was hilarious. But enough on Sync Yuga. God, this. All right. What should we pull up next? That's fucked. That's fucked. All right, let me take a look at this one. Trey might like this one. He's a he's a biker from South Park. That's what he is. All right, let me pull this one and see if Trey flips out. That one. All right. So this was from yesterday. I don't know who this is, but obviously a black woman writing the article about a black woman. Okay, how do we get here? On The Guardian. Why did I feel rusty? White supremacy. Kalila on writer's block. Outsiderdom and her long-awaited second album. So she's a singer-songwriter, I guess. And white supremacy kept this woman down. Okay? That's why. The US singer and producer had flown to Berlin. Oh, that's where you fucked up. Berlin. To sketch out the outline of an album to follow her much anticipated 2017 debut, Take Me Apart. Never heard of this chick before, but I just saw White Supremacy. I'm like, all right, how the fuck how's this work into what's happening? Here we go. The song confirmed her second album was finally on its way, making the return of one of the most groundbreaking artists. Never heard of her. Okay, it's hard to overstate just how much Kalila heralded the arrival of a new confounding sound when she released blah, blah, blah. She was one of the few visible, I'll go into you read that easier. Then she was one of the few visible queer black female artists. Oh my God, it's every person's every leftist wet dream to just go, oh, she was a black female, queer, LGBT, trans, all this. Oh my God. It's like that bit when Randy Marsh is in South Park and he just, oh, it's ectoplasm. What the fuck? Electronic and pop music. Dude, electro pop's been around for a long fucking time. Dude, don't even start. Like, how do you think that came about? Like, listen to disco. You know who's most prominent in disco? Yeah. Female black creators. Back in the 70s. What are you talking about, mate? BBC, that's why, because BBC. Because everyone in England wants to project that it's so white in England, even though that the amount of people in England right now, based on diversity, is just keeping going up and up and up. Oh, let me just fucking see where the white supremacy comes in. There it is. Even the writer's block proved revealing. Why had she felt so rusty? Well, white supremacy and capitalism. I assume she's half joking. Perfectionism, I would say, is one of the central components of the culture of white supremacy. Oh my God. Wanting to be good at what you do is white supremacy. See, that's why there's so much that explains why there's so much mediocrity coming from entertainment these days. She perfectly explained it. Thank you. Perfectionism is one of the central components of the culture of white supremacy. And what did she say? Capitalism. See, because all the people these days who are, well, used to be in charge of Twitter, which we'll get into, and who are in charge of all these Hollywood companies, they are making, that's why everyone says they're making such terrible movies and entertainment these days, because they're based on an idea like this. We don't need perfectionism. We just need to create whatever the fuck we want, because we don't need to align with an idea that we think is based on white supremacy and capitalism. Well, it's funny because they want capitalism when they want to make their movies and make a fuckload of money, but they'll project the anti-white supremacy bit when they want to say, oh, no, we stand with the LGBT people, the community, but we need to make money in Muslim countries or in China, so we're going to edit our movies so there's no LGBT content. Ridiculous. There's a way that perfectionism can distort where you're at, even if you have the juice, okay, and are already good at what you do. Look, there is definitely writer's block, and some, well, obviously creators, they do get stuck overthinking things, but it's not white supremacy. It's just a fucking buzz term now that you want to use. It's just a buzzword. Oh, I was kept down. I'm a black female. I was kept down because of perfectionism. What is perfectionism? White supremacy. How do you make that logical leap? This idea that I should be generating more, I should have a larger audience. Well, everyone says that, but, you just got to be good. I should always have more than what I currently have. Well, that's what a lot of people strive for who are in that industry or in many industries who are using capitalism to make more money. So she's talking shit about capitalism because she's not making more than her friends, I guess. Oh, don't bring the patriarchy. That'll be later. Yeah. If you ever want to find the biggest racist in a room, look for the woke person. Dude, that was such a great skit. The white supremacists and the SJW best mates. It's like you listen to them and it's like, that's very, very similar to what they're saying. LBJ. Don't. He's got my first name. Don't blame him. Blame the people who shot JFK. He probably had a hand in it because he came in next. That reminds her of how capitalism works, the constant growth and relentless productivity. You're an artist and a creator that creates music. People want to see more art and music from you. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Or do you want to make one album in 20 years? Okay. What does that mean? Black femme. I don't understand that. Black female? Let's see if the word patriarchy comes in. Ooh, it's not there. She didn't say patriarchy. Interesting. Okay. I would say this record feels boundaried. So you box yourself in, even though we're just talking about being creative for capitalism. See, that's saying she doesn't want to be creative because it's capitalism and white supremacy. So she made a boxed in album that stifles the creation of it all. Well, she's smoking a fat joint as we do. How can you smoke weed and not be creative? That's an oxymoron. If you smoke weed and you're not creative, there's something wrong with you. Trey, you know what I'm talking about. First idea, best idea. That's not always the way. Not always the way. Now they're just getting into the music scene. Anyway, it's white supremacy and capitalism. Oh, here we go. Anti-racist. She still sings about relationships, blah, blah, blah. Yep. The title track is a kiss off to people who weren't actively anti-racist before and during Trump's presidential term. So you have to be actively anti-racist now because Trump was in. It's like, mate, everything that you said he was going to do basically didn't happen. This doesn't sound like what she's describing. It's about being an outsider who stops caring about whether she's let in. Well, it sounds like you really want to be in the super anti-racist club that doesn't want to be around because Trump's in power. It doesn't want Trump to be in power. That's a very mainstream narrative that's been going on the last few years. That doesn't seem like an outsider. She found the confidence to make a record for her core audience of queer black listeners. How many, like, I'm not taking a pit. How many queer black people are there? Like, I think it's a niche audience that you're playing to. And that's why she just said she's boxing herself in. She's putting boundaries on her work. Because I guess she doesn't want to play to a white audience because it's white supremacy and capitalistic. Unreal. So she's gonna play to a tiny niche audience of queer black listeners, and then when it doesn't do the numbers she hopes for, she's going to blame white supremacy. It's the same tactic of fucking Charlie's Angels. Hey, men, don't go see this movie. Oh, why aren't men seeing this movie? It's the same fucking thing. This chick is a meme. It's the same goddamn playbook. Release a shitty album that no one listens to and blame the audience for not going to listen to it. But tell them they're not supposed to listen to it. It's the same thing about Wakanda Forever. They were like, white people, don't go see this movie opening weekend. Leave the theaters open for black people first. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The only reason I didn't see it opening weekend was because I was in America. A lot of other people went and saw it opening weekend from, that were white. Fuck. Oh, George Floyd. So she didn't write the songs in response to that moment. She wrote them in response to the feeling I've always been having, and now it's coming up. Okay. A racial reckoning. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She is not hot at all. I would not want to. Okay. Look, buzzword. Pro-black, anti-bigotry, good for you. It's like every normal person's like, yeah, good for you. That's a fucking stand. That's a norm. Oh, look at these Ecuadorian chicks. Oh, Jesus, Trey. Oh, shit, I can't play that. She's put the N-word in there. Trey, that's for you. She's talking about disco. That's what I was talking about. Disco. Oh, my God. Let's go back. No, let's go back. Okay. Now she made me do it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Famous disco artists from the 70s. Okay? The 1970s, when everywhere was more racist, apparently. Famous disco artists from the 70s. Oh, black. You see where this is going. And then they have the Bee Gees. Then you got the Bee Gees. Cool in the Gang. Oh, yeah, and I think they're black too. This bitch is off her fucking head, mate. Look at it, Diana Ross. Oh my God. Does she not know these people exist? How old is this idiot? How old is she? Fuck. How old is she? She's 39? Are you... what the fuck? How are you 39, been in the music industry, and not know that any of these fucking people exist when you're talking about your music being based on disco? What the fuck? Now you're just deliberately blinding yourself to this. Where did I find this? On The Guardian. I saw the word white supremacy and I'm like, that'd be cool. Let's talk about that. I didn't know I was going to get this deep on how dumb this bitch is and not acknowledging the history of disco. What? And how it's influenced her work. Like there was no black people in disco. Yeah, I know, Trey. You can listen to Pantera and not care their skin color. It's fucking ridiculous. If all these people see is skin color, then that's all they're going to fucking care about. And clearly, that's what they're doing again. This is a long fucking article. Unreal. That's the type of people we're dealing with in the entertainment industry. It explains it very well what's happening, though. Explains very well the mentality of all this. All right, let's do this one. Then we'll finish with Elon Musk and Twitter. But this dude was a fucking nutcase. Look, I didn't look into too much of the actual story, but I heard so it was about the Colorado shooting, but I didn't really look too much into it. But I just know it was a person at an LGBT club, and then this dude, man, holy shit. So his dad came like someone what news agency News 8 wherever that is went and talked to this dude. I'm like, before I even knew who this dude was, I was watching this interview. I'm like, something's up with this guy, man. He looks like he's off his fucking head. And it turns out he probably is. So we'll look at the video first, and then we'll look into his backstory. But you see this dude, and you're like, this dude's fucking minging. Look at this. Minging. Living color. Yep. Makes no fucking sense, mate. All right, let's listen to this. So this is the father of the shooter.
There was a shooting involving, multiple people, right. And then they were on to find it's a gay bar.
Turn up your volume.
Right.
Maybe.
And I was like, oh my God, is he gay? As a scared, oh my God, shit, is he gay? And he's not gay, so it's
well, you guys had conversations about that. You were.
Oh yeah,
you told him. Yeah, you were adamant that gay is bad.
I'm a Mormon. I'm a conservative Republican, and we don't do gay. We don't do gay.
Yeah.
I can't get answers from the attorneys really, but they're saying that some of these, it's involving a gay bar or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the heck he did. We have a gay bar. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's shit. If he's accused of doing that, I'm he's not gay.
What?
Say that, but he's not gay. There was a shooting involving.
Dude, this dude is not right. This dude is not right. 17.6 million views. You know what I've noticed since Elon's taken over? There is a lot more traction on things that should have been seen a lot more, but everything that was being pushed was all the shit we were talking about before, like kids, and all that. But this dude, something not right. Like, he is the crackhead Josh Brolin. Like, look at that dude. He looks just like Josh Brolin. Look at his lips, dude. Like, after a fucking 10-year bender on crack. Like, this dude is fucking minging. I want to get this one clip. Look at this shit. This fucking dude is whack. There's one little bit that I put on the thumbnail that I was like, yeah, this bit right here. This fucking nutter. Bro. He sniffed it, but he just done a line. Yeah. Like, to say this, you got to be like, you're not fucking human. Like,
well, he's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's shit. If he's accused of doing that, he's not gay.
I'm just glad he's not gay. What? So it turns out that the kid identifies as non-binary, which we'll look at as well, because Anna, TYT, said some shit about that, which we'll take a look at. But this is the article about who this guy actually is. Fucking New York Post. They always put these ads on everywhere. Fuck off. So he used to be a MMA fighter. And he was on divorce court. I saw the clips. Thank you. I can't remember who sent it to me. Sent me the link to this. And it turns out this guy was in MMA. He hadn't talked to the kid for years. He basically left the kid when he was a baby. Yeah. A year and a half before, it was born. And then he left the kid when he was a baby. Yeah, divorced when their son was baby. So he hasn't really been around. So how the fuck would he know what his kid's doing? What's up, Teresa? How you doing? And then it turns out I looked at this dude's IMDb, and he was actually in a couple of Axel Braun movies, a couple of adult films with Axel Braun directed as this guy, Dick Delaware. Okay, so that's the kid who claims they're non-binary, but he was in porno movies. Like, that's okay. That's not in itself a bad thing, as we know. We know porn stars. We know Kenzie. We know Seth. We've spoken to Axel. But everything that this dude has done, it's like, how has he got any authority? And how are these people looking on Twitter and being like, how does he have any authority to speak on, just because this is his dad? Yeah. How many, like, let's talk about other communities that maybe their fathers haven't been around, and you just walk up to him, hey, do you know your kid, what he's doing these days? No. Oh, so let's ask about him. What happened? I was like, this is ridiculous. He was on divorce court on a TV show. Like, anyone who goes on a fucking reality show that's about divorce court or Judge Judy or something, you're fucking mental. That's him back then. Fuck. So his kid even, I don't, who the fuck, I'm more pissed off about the fucking, the news people that tracked this cunt down and wanted to ask him about the shooter. Because you know why they did it? When they found out that he was like this, and he was glad that his son wasn't gay, that's a narrative that they can use to say, hey, it's an anti-gay hate crime because his dad is like this. Yeah, but the kid doesn't have anything to fucking do with the dad, based on this article and everything that's been happening. And the dad's a whacked out lunatic anyway. So why are you taking anything he says seriously? And then let's take a look at, yes, thank you. Yeah, you sent me the link. Thank you very much, Alpharus. And then let's take a look at Anna, because she was saying some stuff about this that I was like, okay. And then TYT tweeted it out, and they misgendered the person, the alleged shooter, twice in the tweet. So the thing about this is, if you're going to claim that it's so harmful to misgender people because it's their identity, why are you doing it when that person is a shooter? Like, if that's their identity, regardless of what they've done, isn't their identity more important to you? That's what these people think. Oh, no audio? Oh, because I did the share screen. I'm going to do the Chrome tab. Fucking Max, mate. All right, there we go.
They don't. So they thought the defense attorney coming out to say that the shooter here is non-binary means that a non-binary identifying individual can't be anti-trans. So this gruesome, horrific act of violence was not the fault of the right-wingers stoking, fears and tensions and all sorts of negativity among American constituents. They don't want to take any responsibility for that. That's what this is about. So,
you mean pointing out that there's groomers and kids are being groomed by massive companies that have had to delete their social media pages now because they got called out? What are you talking about? Is that what we're talking about? It's the thing that Jenk said before. The right wing and Republicans pointing this out means they're actually into it. It's like, that's the dumbest fucking thing to say.
So they're pointing to him, to the shooter.
Oh, she just caught herself. She said him. She said him. She misgendered the person who identifies as non-binary. See, if it was a troll and they identified as non-binary just to get these people to change their language, it's fucking hilarious because it's now they're catching themselves out. But then TYT tweets it out and they put he. They said he twice. It's like, aren't you doing the same thing that you're accusing the other side of doing?
And arguing, well, I mean, if this person identifies as non-binary, that means that, you know, Aldridge cannot have any hatred in their heart toward members of the transgender community. It means that this act of violence was not motivated through our endless hateful discourse directed at transgender individuals and the LGBTQ community. Except we know that people of or whatever race you want to talk about, whether it be Latino, Asian, Black, they can be part of that group, part of that race, and still be racist. We've seen endless examples of that. Jesse Lee Peterson talked about Donald Trump as if he dubbed Donald Trump the Great White Hope. And then proceeded to spew some of the most vile, vicious statement.
I'll agree with everyone, or at least some people in every community. There's always one. Here's the thing. There's always one cunt everywhere. There's always someone to troll you fucks. Yeah. So I just want to point out that TYT is dangerous anti-trans bigots because they misgendered the shooter, the alleged shooter, twice in a tweet, and that cannot stand. They must be cancelled because they're the standards that these people want to set for everyone else. Yeah, she's talking about you, mate. She's talking about you. They're the standards. If you say it, you got to get cancelled for it. So they said it. They're done. They got to get done. TYT is not a reliable news source. Yep. Anyway. How dare they? How fucking dare they? I want to see if there's any updates. Never saw her before. You never seen Anna before? That's interesting. What the fuck was that? I hate that. You get a notification on your phone and then it's like gone. What the fuck are you talking about? What was there? What was there? Oh yeah, that I didn't really get to see that because the game was already on. But apparently they let some fans with rainbow hats into the game for Wales v Iran. Interesting. Nuremberg 2.0? What in the fuck? Nuremberg 2 now is trending. Oh yeah. I did want to talk about something like that. Thank you. I don't know if I sent it to myself or if I tweeted it out. I gotta check. I think I tweeted it somewhere. It was about the vax. But everything's been pretty much... There it is. Everything's been pretty much World Cup stuff, so... Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, and that one. All right, we got a couple more things before we can do the Elon. Okay, let's go on what you just referenced. So there was something. Here it is. This is what I saw on Washington Post. Yep. Go away. I'll zoom in for you. COVID is no longer mainly a pandemic of the unvaccinated. See that? COVID is no longer mainly a pandemic of the unvaccinated. That's what we've been hearing for the last fucking 2.5 years. It's a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Pandemic of the unvaccinated. Fucking bullshit. We've been telling you for years that the people who get vaccinated are still catching the COVIDs. Good. Get the fuck out of here, stupid sex bot. Give me a wrench. Oh, yeah. Give me. Actually, I'll give one. I think you got to refresh your stream now. Yep, there you go. All right. Refresh your stream. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, COVID's no longer mainly a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Here's why. It never fucking was. It's that meme. It never fucking was. Never was. All right. Today's edition. What the hell is this shit? It's no longer a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Here we go. For the first time, a majority of Americans dying from the coronavirus received at least the primary series of the vaccine. So they at least had one or two, or maybe even the third. This is the first time that vaccinated individuals are becoming the majority of COVID deaths. 58% of COVID deaths in August were people who were vaccinated or boosted. And this is okay to say now because we're allowed to say this, all this stuff now, because all the evidence has now proven us. All right, thank you. All the evidence has now proven that all this is bullshit. No, don't time it. Just fucking nuke him. Just fucking nuke him. Hide him. Like we've had doctors that have been kicked off Twitter because they are the creators of the vaccine, mRNA vaccine, but they were talking shit. So they went against the narrative. We've had how many people either had copyright strike or not copyright, had strikes on their channel or their channel taken down because they were talking about the vaccine and all the evidence that bullshit evidence or actual evidence that's showing all the bullshit that's happening. And they've had strikes on their channels because they went against the COVID narrative. And now we've been saying this for years that didn't Biden get like a bunch of them, a bunch of vaccines, and then he still got COVID? So a lot of people, it's what happens is the narrative broke down when people who were just normal people, regular people, started to realize that, hey, my friend got COVID, but they've had 3 shots of the vaccine. How is this possible? What's going on here? Obviously, the vaccine doesn't stop transmission. And we've been saying that from the beginning. It doesn't stop transmission. This hasn't been tested properly. This hasn't had the lengthy investigation process that goes through any scientific process basically ever that where there's a new drug that needs to come in. It was water. Knowing the side effect, well, who knows? They would have given him a bunch of other shit as well because he's so fucking old. I can't believe that we have a president. You have a president that is so goddamn fucking old. There should be a age limit, a higher age limit and a lower age limit. I think the lower age limit for being a president is what, in the 30s or something? But there should be a higher age limit on being a president, and it should be 70 max. That's it. Like, how many ads come on the TV? If you're over 70 or you're over 65, it's even lower now. If you're over 55 and you want to go on a retirement place, it's like, how the fuck is this cunt in his 80s and he's running a country? Should be an IQ test. Yeah. Yeah. Good call. But the only test that they have for being a president is how much money are you going to take from all these corporations? Are you going to support us when you're in power? You're going to have to, otherwise we'll fucking kill you. Vice President at the Kaiser Family Foundation said, okay, great. As vax rates have increased, the new variants have appeared. Oh, my fucking variant. Oh, fuck you. Fucking Fauci. The preeminent infectious disease expert who we did a video on a while back on his Disney Plus documentary bullshit propaganda piece. Unreal. Remember in the beginning he said, don't wear masks. Masks are fucking pointless and it takes away from the people who actually need it, like our healthcare workers. And then the narrative switched to wear a mask, everyone. I can't believe they're still pushing this bullshit. Get another vac, get another one, get another one. I went through all of the not all. I went through my whole time in the USA in cramped airports with thousands of people, on airplanes, full airplanes with hundreds of people. I met up at the G&G, met up with hundreds of people, hundreds. I interacted with so many different people. I never got COVID. So why the fuck would I listen to these people and say, I need to get another shot. I need to get another shot. The only time I took it, I got fucking sick. That's the only time I got sick. I haven't been sick for a long time. The only time I had it, the only time I got sick was when I had the second shot. So why would I take something that's going to make me more sick? When I went through the whole time in USA with nothing. Fuck you. Individuals at greater risk, such as old fucks like Biden. Yeah, he got it and he still got COVID. How does that help? Vaccinated groups are at lower risk of dying. That's the only thing. See, that's where the narrative shifted. It's like if you get the vaccine, you're not gonna get COVID. That's what Biden said. And then he got it twice. And then it changed to, well, it just means that you're not going to get as sick if you do get it. It's like, hang on, but you've just changed the definition. You got monkeypox. Age 6 months and older. Kids, they can't count kids. They're counting kids 6 months of age. That's ridiculous. Kids are susceptible to all different types of... That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, you find out who your real friends are. Yeah. That was one massive divider. You find out who your real friends are. It's so weird that... Well, it's not really, because they pushed that narrative so hard that it was like, tell on your friends. Tell on your friends. If they don't get the jab. It's like, what are we doing? Is this fucking China? And then when you know that it came out of China and they were implementing all of China's fucking tactics for this, yeah, that's why it looks so much like China for the last 2.5 years. Didn't they say kids are immune? Yeah, they're talking about kids as young as 6 months old. That doesn't. Yeah, but do they want to talk about how many people actually died from the vaccine? Do they want to talk about that? Nope. People want to make a choice and not get it, and then something happens to them. That's all right. That's their choice. These people don't really care about it. They're just trying to push numbers so they can push their narrative that broke down a long time ago. You know what probably helped me as well going to America is that I was working out all the time. I was in pretty decent shape. That's what people need to do. And that's what they shut down for a long time. Gyms and all that. So people were sitting at home for 2 years, not being able to go to work, not eating or whatever, not working out. And then they get outside and they interact with people, and then they catch a bunch of different things as well. God damn it. Nearly $500 million in campaigns trying to get people to take the jab and all this shit. Thanksgiving, make sure that you get the jab. Oh my God. It doesn't stop you from getting it or spreading it. What is the goddamn point? I'm sick of these bullshit narratives. Well, see, Skimitar was right. You got the anyway. All right, let's go to the next one. So this one happened. Oh, look, plus size model. Talking about plus size models. This fucking crazy bitch. I don't think she's a model. Just an Australian woman. So I tweeted about this because it was hilarious. Her friends are fat as fuck too. An Australian woman has slammed critics who labelled her an attention seeker for wearing a white dress to a wedding, describing the backlash as out of control. She's from Melbourne. Fucking explains it. Yeah, waste of money. Explains it. She's from Melbourne. Showed off the outfit she wore to a friend's wedding on social media. Was widely met with harsh criticism. Why, do you ask? Why? Because she was wearing this and she's very large. It was not a traditional ceremony and she sought permission from the bride. See, that's fine. She got permission, but you're fat. Looks like a fat Grace Randolph. It's queer culture. I'm going to a wedding in a few weeks that's far more conservative and will dress appropriately for that. So because it's a queer wedding, she feels like she's entitled to wear whatever she wants because she can be who she is and large. The Melbourne body positive influencer. Oh, she's got an Instagram. Oh no, you guys are in for it now. Uh-oh. She's trying to make herself look like a fat Kate. Is it Kate Upton? Look at her. I think she's freaking Kate Upton, mate. You fucking big girl. What's up, Rach? She kind of look like Mozza. How is that body positive in any way? You fucking. How the fuck? I'll super chat you myself. Oh no, I just missed out. I can't. How is that body positive in any way? You know how to be positive? Losing that weight. Disgusting. Diabetes plus. It's the I don't know what to call it. Is it oxymoron? Is it of calling yourself a body positive influencer? There's nothing positive about that. Shared a video of her fit on TikTok. Oh god. Oh, I won't play this on the thing yet until I see it because I don't want to. Oh, that's not even TikTok. Fuck that. I hate that. News.com.au. They just put TikTok and they put a bunch of different videos relating to TikTok. What? So dumb. What's her fucking. Don't you dare. Oh, yeah, she's got the same handle. She went to the Sexpo in that first image I showed you, the Schmexpo, she called it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, oh no. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's too funny. How is that? Oh, no. 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 I can't. I gotta play it. You already. What is this? That's not the one. Is this one? Get your tummy. Please don't. Put it away. Put it away. I'm trying to find the one she was talking about. Oh God, that's disgusting. How is this positive at all? Put it away. Where's the one where she was in a fucking... There it is. Is that it? No, maybe that one. Like, that's way too much. Like, dude, have some fucking self-decency. Unreal. I'm watching more after this. Don't watch. I mean, you want your plus size point? That's fine. She'd die. One woman said she'd die of embarrassment if she wore white to someone's big day, while someone else said it's trashy. Yeah, trashy. Oh my God. She said it's society's deep-rooted fat phobia that caused the overreaction. No, it's not fear. It's just we know the health issues associated with being that big, you stupid. God damn it. Yeah, you are. She said too fat for that dress. Breasts are too they need to be taped. Wish they were. Not good enough. Too much leg. Yeah, 100%. Everything that she just said, I agree with. Like, you get... And then here's her friends. Apparently, her friends that were getting... This is the bride. So it was a queer wedding, LGBT wedding. I actually fixed it up on Twitter. What was that one? I took the lighting off it because look, it's way too much fucking purple light. But look at these. Look, she's got. Look, I don't care about tattoos, but you're not small either. Look at it. What did I say? Yeah, they don't care about their weight either. So I mean, if everyone wants to have a good day and being fat and sassy, remember that chick on YouTube? Why isn't this shown on the full Aussie? We can do a next one. You know, we set up on full Aussie. We have like 30 tabs and we get through like 3. Shocked at all the horrid comments. I'm just pissed off that she's a fucking influencer. I have been a body positive. You're not body positive. And fat creator. There you go. She's a fat creator. I can't. I don't understand these fucking people, man. And on that note, hey, look at the time. Look at the time. I know it's AM, but it's nearly 4:20. Oh, okay. I can't even. I literally can't even. Triggered much. Yes, it's not body positive to be that fucking big and calling yourself. Oh, God. $420 gang. All right, I'm just going to take shots at President Biden because he's fuck him. Old fuck. How long has it taken for these people to pardon simple possession? Now, does she have a car video? I don't think so. Now, going forward, we know that all of this prohibition shit's going to break down. It's just going to take more time than I would like. You search for a car video from on a TikTok. So the next thing that we need to do is really get the first thing we need to do is get everything across the board decriminalized and then full on legalization. But the only problem is, do you do it the way Canada did it, so now the government's in control of it, or do you do it the way America wants to do it and have companies? The only problem is the companies can't really put their money into banks because the government institutions do not want to fuck around with that yet because it's still illegal at the federal level. But next thing they need to do, legalize the psychedelics, because if they're true progressives, the next thing that will happen is if more people use psychedelics, oh boy, everything would be questioned. The narrative, all the narratives, everything. You even saw it with COVID, with people not even being on psychedelics, just people questioning the narrative of COVID normally, and now turn that up times, if even 10 million people from all different countries, even 10 million people just started to use them, man, we would have a completely different fucking world. Only decriminalize, do not make legalization like Canada. Make it legal, but I would say not from the government level like Canada has done it, because, you know, the government being involved in anything is kind of shit. But anyway, the next thing we need to do is, you know, psychedelics. But where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I'm getting hot. Who is that? Iran doesn't play. Yep. Okay. Let's pull all this Elon Musk stuff and Twitter, because I think the game's changing, man. Game is changing. Elon. Start off with that. You know, the great thing is he's got nearly 119 million followers. So everything he does gets like 20 million views like that. So good. Let's debate this topic. Nah, I don't. There's no debate. There's no fucking debate. What's up, Corey? Cajun. That accent, mate. That Cajun accent. That is something else. Well, I haven't moved on yet. I'm just getting the stuff together. So, that one. That one. Okay. Okay. Do not make the mistake of allowing government to make laws. Yep. Regulate it as they deem fitting. I know that. Yep. Wiping everything away and makes it illegal in their books. That makes it illegal. Wiping everything away. What? You need to legalize everything, though, at a federal level, and then go from there. How you want to regulate that? Anything else? No more debate? Yeah, see? No debate. No debate. Oh, look what's trending. Black Adam. Why? Who fucking cares about that? Now, let me see why is that trending? All right, let's fucking go. That one is first, but I need to share the audio. Suppressing you? How am I suppressing you? That's not a debate. Yeah, I know. I'm not suppressing you. There's no debate. I was just trying to schematize, trying to start shit. All right, this was the Stay Woke shirts that they found in a closet at Twitter HQ. What the fuck? So all the shit that everyone's been saying that Twitter has been run by fucking lunatics and leftists is true. It's true, and it's proven right here.
Here we are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of
secret closet
of hashtag woke t-shirts. Here we are.
Hashtag stay woke t-shirt hidden in a secret closet, the other guy said, at Twitter, where it's full of stay woke shirts. Like, who was... I can't imagine Twitter, like, walking around and wearing these shirts at Twitter. Like, it's a fucking cult. It is a fucking cult there. Well, it was. And they didn't even want to hide the evidence before they all got fired. Or as they were going out the door. Stay woke shirt. That's so fucked up. But imagine unironically wearing that. I know. Oh, you gotta be a fucking nutcase. Absolute fucking nutcase. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. What is that? I'll watch that later. It's the coach. You should have given those to the people who quit, lol, Steph. What did he do? Government site? He posted a tweet. What the fuck? All right, so now I can just do the actual screen, make it easier. What's up, Shawnee? See the blue shirt? You belong in tech. Oh my God, they belong in hell. Now, this is a very interesting claim. Since all the psychos have been kicked out of Twitter, hate speech impressions are down 1/3 from pre-spike levels, which was, look, October 2022. October. Hate speech impressions. Now, it's almost as if the people who used to run Twitter were driving this narrative that hate speech was destroying the world and it's so much more prevalent than it actually is. Because Elon's showing that if you don't drive that traffic deliberately, it's actually not that much that's happening. Nor not as much as what they were claiming is happening. Which is very interesting, which is exactly what I guess YouTube does with their algorithms. If they want something to trend, they will push it. And the same as Twitter. It looks like they've been pushing it for years and years. Like, or they can deliberately spike impressions. And that's what he's showing here. Twitter deliberately spiked from what, 3-4 million to up to over 10 million impressions about hate speech. And then as soon as that spike went, look, straight down. So they had the ability to fuck around with it. And now that they're all gone, it's basically like, nah. That was when they banned Trey's first account. I know that he would post the naughty word a bunch of times. Let's just call it the naughty word. So, Twitter, how dare you? But it's great we've got Elon now because he's exposing all these freaks that he kicked out of the company. And now, what does he say? I have half a mind to wag my finger at the 1,500 accounts that caused the spike. So he knows who did it. He knows who caused the spike. And he's that's pretty funny. Wag my finger at these fucks who caused the spike. Reducing the max allowed tweets per day. Ooh, I don't know about that. To a number below what a speed typist on meth could do was helpful. I didn't see that tweet. That's fucking hilarious. That is funny. What's Dan said? Yeah. There was one tweet that everyone was like, what do you define as hate speech? We're kind of like, I'm not sure about you. We're not sure what's going on, but that is a fucking funny tweet, man. To a number below what a speed typist on meth could do. That's pretty funny. Okay. And now we have an amnesty, apparently. So he did the tweet where he asked if Trump should be allowed back on Twitter. And that passed. And now he's saying, should Twitter offer a general amnesty to suspended accounts? Trey, you're going to get your account back, mate. Provided that they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam. 72 to 27. The people have spoken. Amnesty begins next week. I mean, he's getting shit done. He's for everyone that's, and then you had that article from what's the name, Taylor Lorenz, trying to get everyone to say you got all these major media outlets trying to say that Twitter's going to go down. This is the end of Twitter. It's terrible for free speech. Whereas what's actually happening is this guy's like asking the people what they want and then giving it to them. That's democracy, isn't it? And then I also saw that he might be taking over YouTube. Yeah, Taylor Lorenz, fucking nutcase. Might be taking over YouTube. I don't know about that. That's going to cost a lot more money than Twitter, I reckon. A lot more. See him schooling some fool when I get on Twitter. I know. And then Lethal might get his old accounts back. But it's funny that Jay is stuck with his Thanksgiving emojis. That's fucking hilarious. All right, let's go through Elon's Twitter at the moment. That's interesting. 8 hours ago. What do you think of the culture war? That is an interesting question. See, this dude is a man of the people. I reckon he should have done a poll, like positive, negative. Okay, there's an argument like a lot of people are saying the right needs to start funding more artists and filmmakers instead of politicians and super PACs. A good one. Giant penis, thank you. I know he's going to be on F&T. That's fucking hilarious. His name is stuck like that. Neither conventionally right nor left. And how many people are going to be saying, Nina, how many people are going to be saying that he's a right-wing nut job and all this bullshit? And he's saying, hey, I'm not really right or left. I just want to see less overtaking by the left, which is what he's trying to, which is what he kicked out of Twitter now, which is good. And it's not like it's based on fiction because we just saw that the Stay Woke shirts exist. Better be his name on F&T. That would, yeah, should keep it there. Yeah, he can, I guess now he can work Twitter into just not being full of a bunch of leftists. That actually want to do something good. Hey, Tesla. That's a big one. That's very interesting. Stay work, and now they've changed it to stay work. Whoever saw Dank's dick is a lucky guy. There was one last clip that I wanted to pull up, and it was and it was a few fans from the football, but we'll get into that as I think. Oh yeah, this is crazy. World Cup traffic hit almost 20,000 tweets per second. Per second. Record usage at Twitter. Oh, I don't know if I want to show that. Could be anything. That's why I'm actually good. It's actually good that they have that. Because that could be anything. But then I see some that are like content warning sensitive, and it's like a picture of a dog, and you're like, how the fuck is this sensitive content. What are you talking about? Was Twitter supposed to die by now? He's actively trolling these idiots who talking shit. I love it. I love it. What if I tweet? Does that count as work? If I tweet, does that count as work? This is what we need. This is what we need. The content isn't sensitive to people watching it. No, I mean, like, some people just put like random porn shit. It's like, what are you doing, mate? We don't need that. Okay, so there was something I was tagged in. I think Rachel, did you tag me? Yes, you did. All right. Got it. So you know how yesterday we were talking about who's got the best fans from the World Cup? Well, let's take a look and see who's got the best fan. Mexico. Let's start with Mexico. All right. Good. Germany. Russia. They're not there this time. Italy. Not bad. Ukraine. Whoa. Croatia. Iran. Oh, play on. Brazil. France. What the hell? Belgium. Wait. Spain. She was. What? Colombia. Not bad. England. She ain't English. Argentina. Okay, now let's do a slow-mo frame by frame just because. Okay. Mexico, I think that's got to be like a 9 out of 10. That's Germany. That's like 9.5. That's like Russia. Russia got cancelled because they tried to invade a country and they fucked up. So you don't count. You got banned as well. Sorry. Italy, not mad. Ukraine. Look at the eyes on that chick. Holy shit. Okay, when she looks this way, it's fucking scary. But that way, those eyes are piercing. Croatia, that's got to be like... Is that fake model we saw, though? From Croatia? She's looking down at it. Okay. I'm going to give her a 9. Iran, because she's not wearing a scarf too and she's free. She looks free and she's happy. I'm going to give her a 10 out of 10 because of her country. Brazil. The body, it's got to be a 10. I'm pretty sure that I've seen better ones. France, that kid, what the hell is that kid doing? How has he got hair like that? And a mother like that. Obviously, you know what the dad looks like. Belgium. Yep, 7. How the fuck are you Spanish? Beautiful, but that doesn't make sense. That is fucking hilarious. The face change. Huh? USA. She just looks fucking pissed off and annoyed. That's totally America. Totally America. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here. I'm here so I don't get fined. Yeah, I know. She looks like she should be Korean. Still, like, damn. And then you got the Latinas, Colombia. Wow. England, that's like the one good-looking English chick at the whole stadium. Okay, thank you, Argentina, Latina. Thank you very much. All right, we're done here. I think we're done. She's Spanish. Well, you can say that because you're kind of Asian. Filipina. Yeah, not bad. Not mad at that. Thank you very much for the tag, Rach. Really don't like English girls. No, that doesn't look like a normal English. Last one's a 10. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Do we really care about... What do we got? Oh, we've got an hour and 20 minutes. Actually, I might grab the link for the next stream for you. And we'll be watching the England USA game. I'll hit up Anna just to see if she's free, because she watched the last USA game. But we'll see. So here's the stream for England USA in an hour and 20, where we will be going for England. And then all the Americans in the chat can yell at me. I'll be happy with that. I don't mind. I'm thinking, do we really want to talk about... What the fuck? This is strange. 1776 all over again. No way. This is... I just saw this now. Tracy Holmes tweeted it. She's an Australian reporter in Qatar, obviously. What the fuck? There's a piano. It's like in the air, and this bitch is playing it. Like, what? I need to get the full picture of that. That's strange. Happy to help. Thank you. Okay. Fuck Australia, then you dickhead, you fucks are already out. I hope you can't lose and then you're out. Because if we beat Tunisia and then we beat Denmark, and if France beats Denmark and Tunisia, we'll make it. We'll make it. But we really need to swap our keeper because the fucking last game, our keeper was terrible. Gave him basically one goal and could have saved the other one if we had the other keeper in. Fuck England. I hope they get dumped like tea into a harbour. See, I don't understand that joke. I don't understand that joke. I know something happened with tea in Boston, but I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's see if there's one last thing, and then we might get it to you need a bunch of help. England needs to focus on their knife problem. Yeah, knife crime in England is nuts, man. Nuts. Oh, yeah, I got one last thing to rage about. Raging Rhino. So, this actually did piss me off. The SEC Championship doesn't exist in England. This actually did piss me off. So, Man United has had so many issues in the past with the champ or the Nations League or whatever it was going to be. There's Valencia. He used to play for Ecuador and Man United. That's cool. So Man United has had issues with, what is it called? There was this thing called, there was some bullshit Champions League that was going to be with a bunch of top clubs, and they were trying to make a group for themselves. And then the fans had such backlash, not just Man United, but Chelsea and all the other fans of these massive clubs saying, this is basically anti-fan. So fuck you. And we're not supporting it. And the owners of Man United, one of them lives in, I think, Florida as well. They had to pull out of the competition, the Super League, that's it. The Super League. They pulled out of the competition, and then all the fans were like, yeah, we won, but we still hate the Glazers and we want them gone. So what happened was Man United let Cristiano Ronaldo go. And then literally, like, was it 1 or 2 days? It might have been 1 or 2 days. I think it was 1 day. The day after they let Cristiano Ronaldo go, they announced that they're selling the fucking club. Glazer family also owns the Bucks. Makes sense because he's in Florida. Thank you. I can't believe that. They tell Ronaldo, we're done. So they're looking like they're doing a whole reboot of Man United, I guess. So they say they're seeking strategic alternatives to enhance the club's growth, effectively putting the club up for sale. Now, the three options I saw was Apple, which has $1 trillion of capital or something like that, some British billionaire, and I think a Saudi billionaire. So the three options we have for takeover, 2 of them are awful. And one of them, I mean, okay, whatever. It's always going to be some billionaire. But the Rain Group, who handled the $2.5 billion acquisition of Chelsea earlier this year, because the owner of Chelsea is Russian and he had to give up his shares in the club because of the sanctions against Russia. So they're acting as the club's financial advisors during the process with Rothschild. Rothschild is a name that goes back years and years. One of these fucking Illuminati bullshit names. These motherfuckers are taking over the world and they own half the world as well. But let's not go into that. Good God, that's something else. And, oh, yeah, of course, the Rothschilds are acting for the Glazers. Of course. Of course. Belief had grown since the summer the Glazers would be willing to welcome new investment into Old Trafford, blah, blah, blah. And at least 3 consortiums were understood to be interested following the meetings between high net worth individuals and brokers over the summer. Florida-based family, they've been around for so goddamn long. Yeah, 17 years they've been in ownership. As soon as Sir Alex Ferguson stopped managing the team, everything started to fall apart. Burn Old Trafford? No, fuck you. That is an iconic stadium. Ever since Fergie left, everything's gone downhill. And the next best thing is the Glazers can sell this place, sell the club, and restart over again. I fucking hate the Independent. $1.1 billion fans. Yeah, that want you gone. Thorough evaluation. Bullshit. They did a thorough evaluation years ago and you stayed on. They were going to sell it and then they stayed on. That we best serve our fans and that Man United maximizes the significant growth opportunities. No, just get the fuck out of there. We don't want you. The only issue is if Apple buys it, I heard a rumor that, or I saw a report that Apple wants to buy Disney. What the fuck? Could you imagine Apple owns Man United and Disney? Now, that would be very interesting. I mean, I'm not mad at Apple TV. They got some good shows on there. Especially Ted Lasso, my favorite. Yes, here we go. Glazers' ownership has proven highly controversial since their $790 million leverage takeover in 2005. That's the same year I was over there in Europe, which saddled the 13-time Premier League champions with debt. Yep. United's debt stands at £514 million. Now, pounds is the most expensive currency in the world. So you can basically double that. And it's basically $1 billion, maybe even like 800 million US or over $1 billion Australian dollars. Yeah. So they've been protesting over their ownership since 2005. And these fucks have stayed in there. Owners of Liverpool are open to a new investment. It's all changing. The landscape's all changing, it looks like. Designed to enhance the club's future growth with the ultimate goal of position to capitalize. Yeah, whatever. I can't believe that the day after they kicked out Ronaldo, well, mutually parted with Ronaldo, they announced they're selling the club. Because what it was they said Ronaldo had issues with the ownership of the club, which is the Glazers. So what it looked like is if they kick out Ronaldo, then the Glazers are going to stay. But they kicked out Ronaldo and they're like, oh, we're going to sell the club. It's like, what? But his issue was the owners, and now the owners are selling. It's like, whatever, man. He's 37. He's on the back end of his career in like top level in Europe, especially like watching the World Cup as well. He just seems to step off the pace. He did score the penalty, but it is a penalty. But he seems to step off the pace, and I think in the next few years he will be, or maybe in the next season or two, he will be traveling probably to America or maybe even end up in Australia in a while, playing over in the A-League. That'll be cool. I mean, we got Del Piero to play in the A-League. We got Dwight York to play in the A-League. We've had a fair few. We got Robbie Fowler years ago. We've had some big names over here, but obviously at the end of their careers. But yeah, that's what I was pissed about. Anyway, we're done. We're done. Woof. Make sure there's no breaking news. Oh, there's that chick on Twitch, Keffels. Isn't she? I don't know. Isn't she crazy? I don't know. Dankula. All right. Has anyone seen anything? This is the time where anything you've seen, anything you want me to cover or have a look at? Oh, cool. Rick and Morty. That'd be good. She's fucked in the head. Yeah, I just know the name. I don't really know about her. So I'd rather not get into it. So I don't really know much. Oh yeah, Brittany Griner. I really don't like the fact that she's still in prison. Ridiculous. No one should be in prison for weed. It's ridiculous. And Russia's doing it because they've got political leverage now if they want it in the middle of a fucking war. Oh, hello. Who's Keffels? I don't know. It's just some shoe block. She didn't block. Oh, Keffels blocked Skimitar. Lol. Pronouns suck. Elon Musk. I remember when he tweeted that. All right. I think I'm done, and we're just about an hour away. About an hour away from England versus USA at the World Cup. Should be a banger. Yeah, but you're close to Korea. Oh. Look at that image. Now, this is for me, for my LOTR Hobbit fans. Just... Man, I want to go there. That's the one place I got to go, Hobbiton. The one last place I got to go. They picked the damn perfect spot to build that. Have that set. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, it's not that far for me. I'd rather have Biden than Kamala. It was a debate. Fuck, I can't stand her. Like, she proved that she was just talking shit for the debate. Like, Tulsi Gabbard absolutely fucking slayed the shit out of her on drugs. And it's like, we know you're full of shit. Oh, shit. Neil deGrasse Tyson with a base take. I can't show it because it's talking about weed and drugs. But someone tweeted at Neil deGrasse. Oh, okay. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, so it's a tweet about Thanksgiving. And they posted a video where there's just a whole bunch of weed. And then he quote tweeted it saying, at some level, we all must recognize that people who get high don't tend to get into fights. Yeah, don't tend to break out into fights. Yeah, that's alcohol for you. Holy shit. Aladdin was released 30 years ago today. Aladdin, 30 years old. A whole new world. I might go back and watch that, eh? Who wants to do a watch party? Aladdin on Discord or something. I've never done one. Someone he tagged me on Discord. In the general. Oh my God. Kamala says hello in the Philippines. I will watch that, yes. Oh, all right. Neymar sprained his ankle. Oh, Brazil, no. Neymar sprained his ankle. Does that mean he's going to be out of number 2? Game 2? Depends how bad the sprain is. Well, if you're watching, any Brazilian fans? Uh-oh. He got hacked to pieces in that game, man. Holy shit. No, it says he's set to miss the rest of Brazil's World Cup group games. Scan reveals he sustained ankle ligament damage. Yeah, he's out. He's fucking out, mate. And Danilo is also out. Ooh, Brazil. Brazil is in trouble. Neymar and Danilo are out. Oh, boy. That's all right. They got Richarlison. He scored a cracker. Absolute cracker. Probably the goal of the tournament. I don't know if any goal is going to beat that. I remember the 7-1 game. I remember that game. It's the group game, so they might be available for the round of 16. Is it round of 16? 32 these days. From World Cup. I think it's round of 16. Ligament damage in the ankle. Both ankles. Oh, fuck. See, that's what you get when you don't properly strap your ankles or wear proper shin protection, because all they do is they put tiny little ones on their shins these days and they just slip it into their socks. It's like they have shin pads that have full ankle support and you can strap your ankles too. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you playing professional games and you're wearing tiny little shin pads? Oh no, Brazil, Germany. All right. Let me get back. All right. I'm getting a bit hungry. I might go eat before we do the next stream where we got, here we go, Man United got Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw starting. Both defenders, obviously. Men's ankles is hot. Oh, I've blown out my ankles so many fucking times, man. 20 something years of footy, basketball, volleyball, everything, mate. All right. I will post. Actually, I'll grab that link one more time. I'll post it in. So we'll see you guys in an hour. See you all in an hour. Over. One copy. There we go. All right, see you in an hour over on this one where we're going to watch the England-USA game. I'll hit up Anna just to see if she's awake or if she's doing anything for it. And we might get her on because I know she did the last USA game. So we'll see. We'll see. Fish food for fish, not made of fish. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Thanks very much. Just ate some leftover Thanksgiving food. Nice. All right, people. Thank you. yeah, every American who's going to be watching it, jump in a chat and talk shit. Please. Please. I'd love it because I swear to God, if England put 6 on you like they did to Iran, that'd be hilarious. But for now, another hour, and I'll see you guys later. Okay?
Yeah, Rex.
Yeah, wrecked. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.